Hi you, King here, and today we'll be going over Avatar What Ifs. Avatars that could have existed in the past and are hidden within the Avatar cycles, the abilities that they could have had and how they could have used them. If you like this video and want more Avatar content, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hype this video up for more. And put in the comment section below, have you seen the recent Avatar movie? What did you think of it? And are you looking forward to the new Avatar 7 Haven series? Well, without further ado, let's get this started. And again, this is all what ifs. None of this has been confirmed or has been posted on Avatar socials or Avatar Studios. This is just me having fun with the Avatar lore. Avatar 1. Wan was the very first Avatar, which meant he started the Avatar cycle, as after he passed, Rava transferred to his reincarnation, born of the Air Nomads. And when they would pass, she would continue this by transferring to the next would-be Avatars, born of the Water Tribe and the Earth Kingdom, and then would continue the cycle going all the way back around to Fire. And whenever these new novice Avatars would need help, the spirit of Wan would appear to aid them and give them advice, giving Wan's spirit the title of Guiding Force, until there was enough Avatar spirits to fill in that role, allowing Wan to slip into whispers and myths. Avatar Benba. Benba would have been one of the few cutthroat avatars who would show no mercy to the people who threatened the peace he was trying to protect. And with being a masterful airbender since their youth, they would harness the lethal side of airbending and utilize it to literally take people's breath away until they were permanently breathless. Avatar Benba would have done such a good job at striking fear into people's hearts that most people to this day know not to F around with the Avatar. Avatar Minkinse. Minkinse would have been known for being the Avatar most in tune with nature. So much in fact that she could bend the water within plants and be the originator of plant bending. Minkinse would have believed in peace in the start of her journey, but after seeing the unjust strife of the world would have developed plant bending to both protect the weak and harm the wicked, while always being on the side of nurturing nature. Avatar Fusang. Now, Fusang wouldn't have been the very first sandbender, but he would go on to learn the craft from the ones who were. And through his avatar power, would have been the strongest sandbender that ever lived. With the power to create massive sandstorms from any rocky terrain, this efficient avatar was known for burying armies of his enemies regardless of how many there were, making them breeze away like the sands in a desert. Avatar Suzo. Suzo would have had an obsession with a dragon, so much so that he would have started his journey off by learning the dragon dance from the Sun Warriors to become a master firebender. He would have then started tracking down and taming dragons to add them to his massive dragon army that he was making. And all the dragons he collected weren't just fond of Suzo, but respected his skill as dragon master as he rode them into battle against any foolish would-be dictators. Avatar Wangdu. This air nomad avatar would have been a master at spiritual projection. Ever since he was a toddler, his spiritual connection would have been greater than most avatars. And since he was easily able to befriend spirits and could contact and communicate with his past lives at such a young age, he wrote down all the secrets and information they could provide him into scrolls which he coveted. Even Wan Xintong desired to obtain the secrets this avatar knew. Avatar Naka. Naka would have been known for being the greatest healer in the Avatar cycle. She would be so prolific in healing that she would even be able to give normal water traits of spirit oasis water, allowing her to not just be able to heal all wounds, but to even be able to revive someone back from the dead. And for all this healing power she would have possessed, she would have been known for being the most nurturing avatar. Avatar Plum. Plum would have been an avatar born in the Earth Kingdom, but being born with a genetic disposition to lava bend. In fact, he would have been the very first originator of lava bending. And with seeing the unique craft as being extremely useful, Plum would have been given the moniker Landmaker after utilizing lava bending to create lands that poor mistreated people could move to start new lives. Avatar Union. Union, with her immense power, would have been given nicknames such as Mistress of the Storm or Color of Thunder, as she would have been the only avatar to ever master generating lightning. And the electricity she generated through the avatar state was so massive in scale that as a result of it, she could summon powerful lightning storms to obliterate any of her opposition. Avatar Daki. Avatar Daki would have been known as the quickest and most evasive avatar. Being a master at wind running, this avatar would have been the hardest to catch because he would find himself running 5 to sometimes even 10 times faster than the wind. And he was no slouch when it came to combat either, as he could form powerful tornadoes around himself, both for attack and defense purposes, making you wish he would just run away. Avatar Gun. Avatar Gun was the avatar that was most disdainful of humanity, believing that they took more than they gave. But he still lived his life fulfilling his avatar duties. And one skill that Avatar Gun would have been known for being the master of is water blasting, pressurizing water and shooting it at his enemies and foes at powerful intervals. Gun may have not had the greatest control over the elements like his previous or succeeding avatar lineage, but he knew how to put them towards powerful attacks. Avatar Salai. Avatar Salai was known for being one of the greatest avatars. He would have had a strategic mind and would have been known as one of the greatest generals the Earth Kingdom would ever have. He would specialize in creating earth armor for battle, armor made out of any minerals of earth found in his vicinity. Salai would also be a master at creating tunnels through earthbending like the Badger Moles to gain access or create passage to strategic locations for sneaky traps or surprise attacks. Avatar What Ifs, Episode 14, Avatar Zeto. Zeto was the avatar that saved his country by becoming a bureaucrat, diplomat, and accountant of Fire Lord Yosor. He would have been a prolific lava bender, a skill that he would have gained through being a master at heat redirecting and transferring. And through such unique ability, he learned the power to create and bend glass through shifting rock to sand with earthbending, then superheating it with firebending, then supercooling it with airbending just to break and control the glass with earthbending again. It was a secret art that Zeto rarely ravished in using. Pavi / Nisha. They're gonna be the next avatar. Yes, the both of them. Though only one of them is gonna be the official avatar, both of them have been confirmed to be able to bend multiple elements. With their series, Avatar The Seven Havens, not yet being out, there's still a lot of mystery in the air as to how they'll be both able to bend multiple elements. My theory as to how, as there have been twins in the past with one of them being the Avatar, but both of them not being able to bend multiple elements, is that one of them houses the spirit of light, Rava, the Avatar spirit, while the other one houses the spirit of darkness, Batu, who had recently, in Korra's era, became an Avatar spirit. Either way, we do know that avatars, depending on circumstances, slowly get stronger throughout different eras, and Korra was definitely a lot stronger than Aang, and with this twin avatar thing, I'm guessing Pavi and Nisha will be stronger than Korra ever was. Avatar Sanam. Sanam was an ancient, forgotten air nomad avatar who learned the ways of energy bending from the lion turtle so that she may be able to bestow the gift of airbending to her non-bending followers of the air nomad way. Sanam was forgotten throughout history, even by the other avatars, after her most trusted apprentice turned airbender, Taga, betrayed her after he saw her mercy for the other nations as weakness and almost destroyed her for it, forcing Sanam to seal him away forever in a block of ice, then seal away her most valuable and most powerful item, her staff, that is capable of bestowing airbending upon people and connecting the human world to the spirit world to summon her temple from it. Only because it was so spiritually empowered by her energy bending. Either way, it's because of all of this that Sanam could have been the most powerful air nomad avatar the history books would have never known. Sion. Avatar Sion may have not been the most impressive avatar when it came to stature, being one of the smallest, and had his weird quirk about being particular when it came to footwear, but he made up for this by being one of the most knowledgeable avatars, if not the most knowledgeable, comparable to that of the ancient spirit Wan Shin Tong, he who knows 10,000 things. Avatar Sion was very wise, even having lost knowledge about the ancient avatar Sanam. Avatar Somo. also known as the Singer, was an air nomad avatar who learned how to utilize airbending to project his voice further and greater than any other avatar, at least before Avatar Yang Chen. But he did not utilize this unique ability to hurt others. Instead, he used it as a way of helping lost souls find their way back home. Essentially, people who were lost in the wild, he sung and used this form of early sound bending to allow them to find their way back to their friends and family. His voice was known for being so kind, gentle, and beautiful that when he did sing and projected his voice outward, spirits danced and people found themselves at ease. Avatar Noma, also known as the Rain Herder, was a water tribe avatar who learned how to utilize all of her bending prowess to essentially manipulate the weather to create various weather phenomenon at her need. So if there was a wildfire that broke out in the forest, she would be able to summon a rainstorm to douse it out. If there was a group of firebending bandits that was going to ransack a village, she would give them their own personal blizzard to cool them down. And if there was a long-lasting drought that was making it hard for people of various regions to grow food and survive, she would bless those lands with extra clouds and drizzle to allow them to grow crops. And she did this without asking anything in return because she was a very motherly avatar that saw everyone as an extension of her family. Avatar Xiang was an Earth avatar, also known as the Underking, who saw the above ground world as too chaotic because it was too big and wide to be kept under the avatar surveillance, which made it easy for things to lead into trouble, wars, chaos. So he decided to create, with his avatar powers, a utopian city made of crystal and rocks underneath the earth that he would be able to make sure stayed in peace and prosperity. Unfortunately, due to a powerful earthquake that, ironically, he wasn't able to control, it led to the city crumbling upon itself. And even though he, Avatar Xiang, could have easily escaped and survived, he couldn't live without his dream, so he decided to die with it. Avatar Azza, also known as the Lightbringer, was a fire avatar lost to time and the avatar cycle, who long ago went up against an early version of the water tribe that was hell-bent on conquering the various lands of the avatar world by harnessing their waterbending to create a constant blizzard over all regions. But thanks to Azza traversing the various frozen lands, he learned how to master all four elements, which allowed him to create his own form of bending. After digging in deep into his own firebending, he learned how to channel light to create light bending, which he used to unfreeze the lands and bring back the sun, defeating this early version of the water tribe and setting them on the correct path to becoming what we know as today as a good and honorable water tribe nation. But for some mysterious reason, Avatar Azza became lost to time along with his light bending.